And I see it's gone to some astrology. Well, baby, I can see your face.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to do a pick a card reading for today. Each pile has the Beyond Lemuria at the bottom as the foundation. Messages from your animal spirit guides oracle, the Black Moon Lilith oracle, and on top, find which crystal aligns with you right now. Each card is an activation and an affirmation. So just look at how things look right now. Just look at the top, look at the colors, look at the picture and see which one pulls to you the most. It could be one, two, or three. It could be two, it could be all three. However, try to do your best to, go within, ask your divine guidance to help you choose the right message for you, either one, two, or three. All right. So let's get started with pile one. All right. So pile one. All right. We have crystal keys. This is a very pretty picture. Divine feminine awakening, Eve, the goose, time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. And this is the lava stone. Okay, goddess Pele and lava stone melt into divine desire. Okay, I drop into my heart, welcoming awareness of my deepest soul desires. I allow myself to be moved by my heart, igniting my higher purpose through sacred passion. My heart's desire carries the genius of magnetic attraction, effortlessly pulling into my world all that is needed for spiritual fulfillment that benefits all beings. I am so deeply motivated by what moves my heart that I allow the divine consciousness to flow through me unimpeded, transforming inner vision into creative expression. I allow love to transform me. Interesting. Okay, and the crystal keys is a 22, which is a master number. It's a master number 4, so this is a master builder. Um, 4 is an earth number, so this is solidifying the energy. Crystal keys has to do with hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lemurian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift, awareness of drama creating patterns, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment, healing through awareness. Okay, so this card talks about being triggered and how you can use that as a healing mechanism. And then we got the divine feminine awakening here with rest and recoup. Okay, so if you are being triggered at this time, pile one, you may or may encounter a situation that can definitely trigger you. However, with Eve being here with divine feminine awakening, it's basically kind of like triggering something to rise to the surface so that you can address it head on and allow your light and your darkness to rebalance itself. With rest and recuperation, whenever we have a triggering moment that happens to us, instead of being reactive, that's usually the time we need to go within. So rest and recuperation is here to do more of that than trying to strive or trying to stress or trying to stretch your energy out, because you may be leading yourself to like a burnout or where you might crash out in a situation and you don't want to necessarily do that. The divine is asking you to awaken to a higher level of intelligence. So with that being said, you have the opportunity here with the lava stone, which is good for taking negative energy and like most black stones, is really good for taking the negative energy or entities and would you stop? transform transform it into something positive. And here it's basically allowing you to get to the root of whatever it is that's being awakened through you as a triggering moment from the outside in, and allow it to open up your heart to love yourself a bit more deeply, because sometimes we could be a bit rough or hard on ourselves when we feel like we let something or someone get the better of us, when really that's not what it's really all about. Sometimes you just need to talk to your body and have a conversation where it's like, okay, where do I feel that pain? Where do I feel that sadness? Where do I feel that guilt, hurt, stress, shame? Like, where do I feel it in my body? And just sit with it for a minute before, the goose, continuing your striving. And once you're able to sit with that and examine it within your body and talk to it very gently, very lovingly, instead of trying to, shut down your emotions, practicing things like that will actually help you when you do have some heavier emotions come up, to allow it to surface instead of trying to shut it down. And that may have been an issue in the past where you've had some emotions come up that are triggering, and you just try to stuff it down and keep it pushing. But the divine is asking you to be honest with yourself and your emotions. And if something is bothering you, address it with yourself. Maybe someone says something, um, especially with the Thanksgiving, the moon being in Scorpio, it could be a lot of things that come up within the family dynamic that might really hurt or sting us a bit. So it's very important to love on yourself a little bit more, even if you are triggered, especially because you're triggered. That just means you have an area to love yourself a little bit more. All right. So that was pile 1. All right. Now we're going to look at pile 2. Okay. And we have 23, endless opportunities. Mary Magdalene, divine loyal goddess. 19, humpback whale. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. And we have the Merlin Knight here. Okay, Ascended Master Merlin and the Mystic Merlin Knight. Read the energy. Okay. I trust my gifts for sensing and directing subtle energies. As I set clear intentions, I playfully and creatively work with energy and consciousness. I perceive deeper levels of reality with total trust that I am spiritually protected. I rest in the knowledge that also experiences serve the spiritual evolution and healing of humanity. My confidence in the invisible and loving workings of spirit in the lives of all beings is effortless. All right. So 23 breaks down to a 5. Okay. This is about change that brings balance, which that balance comes in 6. Endless opportunities is about decision making, choices, crossroads, unrealized opportunities, taking the path of least resistance, heart over mind, direction, focused energy, the high road or the low road. So endless opportunity means, stop it. Endless opportunities mean that we have the ability to allow the universe to give us what we want. And if we sit on the fence about things, meaning we haven't made a clear conscious decision that we're going to stick to this assumption or reality, it can waver back and forth. Okay. And that definitely speaks to the humpback, the music, and the divine loyalty part, because this is a time where you may be questioning your loyalty or the loyalty of another person. This person could be heavy into music, or you could be into music or the music industry, or the something going on in the music industry could be causing people to kind of like change their minds about how they view people. Like, people have some strong opinions, and you could see this as an opportunity to really, again, read the energy, scan people's, auric fields, or scan the type of thinking or whatever they have. Like I said, the high road and the low road. So if someone in the situation, or maybe even you, are you choosing to take the high road or the low road in handling opportunities for growth? Now, again, with divine loyal goddess, this is a 19, breaking down to a 1. This is about leadership. Okay. So if this is related to relationships, You could be looking for someone to step in and take the lead in a situation. And with the music, being a key to healing and well-being, you could be clairaudient. There could be songs that come to mind when you're in conversation, or just randomly hearing songs that have messages for you that may be guiding you to the things that you need to be loyal to. Because first thing, and then she has a crown here, so this is like incoming messages um, that are being channeled to you. Okay. And the card talks about being able to perceive deeper levels of reality with total trust that you're being spiritually protected. So even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of you not seeing it in your physical reality yet, you still need to hold space to trust or be loyal to the opportunity that the divine has for you. You could use music, especially singing. Singing is a very healing thing. It doesn't matter if you can really like sing or not. You can learn to sing if you really want to. But music has the ability, because it's so spiritual, to tap you into energies that can really alter your mood. So you want to be very mindful of the music you are listening to, or maybe listening to, whether it's frequency music, or if you like a certain genre of music, make sure the music is supporting the vibration that you want to stay in. So if you're in a vibration where you're loyal to a relationship, whether especially if it's a romantic relationship, if that's the energy that you want to stay in, you should not be listening to music that's about breaking up or someone lying and cheating and stuff of that nature. Like, that's not music you want to listen to, because you're gonna throw off your vibration, right? You're gonna go against the grain, so to speak. So again, my confidence in the invisible and loving workings of spirit is effortless. Okay. So this is definitely about trusting that the opportunities that are destined for you are going to come to you, even though you may not see it in the physical reality. And I feel like it has a lot to do with what's unseen more than what is seen. So put your trust and faith in the Most High and things working out for you. And don't waver. Don't waver your energy. All right. That's what I have for group 2. All right. All right. So we're going to get into the last one, pile 3. All right. So for pile 3 at the bottom, we have 52 breaking down to a 7. The Violent Flame. Ooh. Okay. You see that eye there in the butterflies? All right. We have Sebation, Purify, Cleanse, and Release. Yeah. You're releasing something into the Violent Flame. 39 breaking down to a 3. All right, and then we have Road Runner. Keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. Oh, okay. So group 3 is a lot about letting go of something. Okay. Uh, group 1. This group 1 is having a breakthrough or spiritual awakening. Group 2 is trust in the divine power, and then group 3. Here it was your activation card. The only archon in this deck, Barbello, and this is picture Jasper here in this picture. Support, which these kind of coincide. Like, this has orange in it too, but these 3 all kind of like color wise, they all kind of go together, and you see how they passing this on. Okay, so support. I choose to accept the reality that there is support for all levels of my being. I lean into the loving embrace of the universe so that I experience complete and ultimate spiritual fulfillment in such a way that all beings may gain spiritual benefit. As I trust in this divine support, my courage and boldness increase. I choose to live with unconditional trust and confidence in divine grace. Okay, so there's something that needs to be let go here. The violent flame is usually something that we kind of conjure in our imagination or our mind's eye. And whenever we want to let go of something, we kind of imagine throwing it into the violent flame. 52 violent flame. your psychic toolkit, recentering practices, deepening your energetic awareness, cleaning your aura, healthy energetic boundaries, protection, removing trauma from your field, maintaining a high vibration, rebalancing after times of raised frequency. Okay, so that's what the violent flame is supposed to help with doing, is to rebalance and refocus our energies. So if you've been called to release and purify, and be careful with the rees, Mercury retrograde rees, okay? So whenever, because the word release is here, and especially with keep your sense of humor, don't take things so seriously. It kind of gives me the energy of Power One as well, where Power One was being triggered to awaken to something. Okay. But with Power Three, it's like beyond the triggering point, because now it's like, are you gonna hold on to it, or is someone else holding on to your energy here? You may feel like someone is holding on to your energy, or they want to keep a connection with you, and you may be very sure that you're not interested in being around this person. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could definitely be platonic or even familial. Um, but it's like somebody is saying something, or there could be conversations. You just gotta look at things from a higher perspective, because I feel like a lot of people will be saying things that you might feel is like something that peons or lower vibrational people talk about, and that may be the case, or it may be true, or you may be in an environment that is the energy is very dense. So it's very important that you purify and cleanse your energy in your space through, stillness, quietness, meditation, that'll help break up, all of that stagnant energy that could be in your auric fields, and allow your third eye to be cleansed so that you can keep a balanced perspective on things. And I feel like to keep your sense of humor, don't take things seriously, choose to accept the reality, that there is support for all levels of being. So you may have a lower self moment, but I mean, we're here to experience all levels of ourselves. So there's no need to feel like, oh, you lost your sense of spirituality, or you lost your sense of, divinity, just because you've had a moment of weakness or temptation or something of that nature. Or maybe, it started with what she say in that movie Easy A. It started with a snide comment from a girl in class. Like, it's always going to be something that can easily throw you off, and the longer that you hold on to that energy, the more it kind of pollutes your auric field. So you want to keep lighthearted in these situations or in these days. Or you may have already experienced something and you're still holding on to it because there might be some type of emotional connection to it. So you choose to live with unconditional trust and confidence in divine grace. Uh, Give yourself the grace, and you'll have more than enough grace to give to another person, because it's something that you hold already. And I'm gonna leave it there for the violent flame. Yeah, because it sounds like something needs to, with the release, it's like this relationship isn't going anywhere. The relationship isn't going anywhere. So you have to learn how to deal with something instead of, running away from it. With the Roadrunner, don't just up and run away from something. Learn how to work through your problems. And if that means you taking a break to, release, words or ideas that don't align with you through a meditative space, then do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that on a regular basis, especially if this is work related as well. You might work with people or commute around people who just, they vibrate on a different frequency of reality. And it's not that you think you're better than them. You could just see the gaps in, the space between your thought process and how they think. And they may not be as graceful as you. because they don't have that awareness. So Saturn is here to, you know, keep you grounded, but also like have a sense of humor. Don't take the situation or what other people say so seriously that it causes you to shut down or lose perspective on your purpose. Okay, and then you could be living your purpose no matter what your profession is. That your how much money you make, what house you live in, the car you drive, none of that has anything to do with your purpose. Those are just things. 22:22 on the clock. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning into this message. I hope it found you well. If you're looking for any personal reading information, you may be able to find it in the description box below. Have a great weekend.